everybody. So to illustrate the real problem that mental health is, we decided to ask our fellow classmates what was their main source of stress. Have they ever struggled with mental health problems? Have they gotten help? And how have they overcome those mental health problems?
What causes you the most stress in your life?
Probably exam and studies.
Okay, and how do you deal with it?
I just let it happen and I don't think about it.
Okay.
It's mainly due to exams and academic pressure. As a psychology teacher, what are the thoughts on this and what measures should school take?
Okay, so this statement is actually true, and it's a growing problem in districts and schools all around the world. What's happening to the student is that their body is literally reacting to an ancient evolutionary trait of if they were being attacked by a bear or some predator, and that fight or flight response. And so their body's reacting to the same way to these, and all this work and stress that's being done, except for they never go away. So imagine your body is constantly in a state of a predator attacking you. That's what students are feeling. And I think this is something where what schools can do is they can provide better mental health like facilities within the schools themselves, or they can provide better outcomes for students, because I feel like students today don't have any long-term objectives. I don't think they see where they're actually going, and so they're doing all this fighting and there's no end to it. And so this adds to the stress. And so getting students a very clear goal on what they're actually going to achieve, and not just going into the workplace, getting a job, having a family, and not even really knowing what's going on. Having more clear-cut goals that are aligned to each specific student and not to each specific generation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Non, c'est moi qui parle. So what is your main source of stress daily?
I think originally it was schoolwork, but it's also schoolwork with friends. So just connections with people and school.
Okay, connections with people. And what do you do to help that stress?
Usually whenever I think a lot about a friend or I'm having problems with them, I try to sort out the issue as quickly as possible. Usually I sort it out from where I am, so I'm like talking to myself, I'm reevaluating, I'm asking other friends, telling them, oh, is this situation normal? Then if I decide that it's really worth talking about, I go to talk to the person who caused the stress and I sort things out with them. But if they don't want to sort it out, that's fine, I just cut them off.
Okay, and according to statistics, 47% of teenagers in France struggle with severe mental health problems. So if you were the president, what would you do to help teens in France?
Apart from homes, your kind of second home is your school. So it would be very important for kids to feel like their mental health matters in school. I would have a mental health committee or like a union of workers who work in like psychology, and have them in every school, or at least most of the schools, especially public schools, because problems may be worse there.
Yeah.
So I would make sure that mental health is prioritized and students feel heard. There's guidance counselors, even for children who are struggling with their career opportunities, there's guidance counselors for that. So I would just make sure that there's a union that functions and does their work.
Okay, thank you.
I'm so disappointed. I have so many issues with my family.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be